What's up, guys? Renasant here. Welcome back to the channel. So, as you can see, we are in Firelink Shrine right now. Also, we look like basically a very proper Grim Reaper of Death. We got the Lothric Knight leggings with the Maiden Robe, Fallen Knight gauntlets, and the Dark Mask. So one thing that you may notice is that I have a lot of souls down there in the corner. I have 950,000 souls. I basically just farmed for like, I was just watching Seinfeld, if anybody's a fan. I basically just farmed souls and watched Seinfeld for about 5 hours. So I got a lot of souls here. I haven't done anything really with them yet, except for bought a couple of just like consumable items. But I figured we could use this opportunity today to go ahead and purchase some items that we need to go ahead and purchase, and to trigger some dialogues and some interesting stuff, and then go ahead and finally level up some, because we've been pretty low level here for a while. So one of the things, since we are back in Firelink Shrine, I do want to go ahead and do is burn an undead bone shard, burn another undead bone shard, and that'll get our bonfire level up to 6, so we're at an Estus flask plus 5 now. And then what I want to show you is, remember Cirrus of the Sunless Realms? Do you remember all the Hodric stuff that went on down under where the Curse-Rotted Greatwood boss room was? Remember we fought Holy Knight Hodric, whatever. Well, remember we actually killed the real Holy Knight Hodric. So an interesting little tidbit here is, if you come over here around Firelink, this is actually Holy Knight Hodric's grave. Disregard. This is not Holy Knight Hodric's grave. This is Holy Knight Hodric's grave over here. I picked that item up and I was like, oh wait, this is not right. So you notice Hawkwood's gone. This is Holy Knight Hodric's grave right here. However, Hawkwood is gone from Firelink Shrine, and being that he is gone, he has left his shield here, which is a terrible shield. Shield that belonged to Hawkwood, a deserter from the Undead Legion. The unique swordsmanship of the Watchers does not normally allow for the use of shields. The unique swordsmanship of the Watchers would not allow such a shield, and Hawkwood's very possession of it was telltale of his defeat. Okay. So, I got confused there for a second. So Hodric's grave is up there. There will be more stuff later on having to do with Hodric's grave. But I wanted to use this episode to buy a lot of things, to look over a lot of spells. It's really going to be mainly a housekeeping episode. There's not going to be a lot of combat in it. So the first thing we want to do is come over to the Shrine Handmaid. Go ahead and give her the Grave Warden's ashes that we found in the catacombs.
Gracious, passing fine ash thou'st let this. I only hope these. So
she doesn't have any new dialogue with that. The item she gains from that is Carthus Rouge. So if you're gonna make a bleed build, that's exactly what she desires. So now you'll notice this tower key. We have been holding on to this tower key in the Shrine Handmaid's inventory since the beginning of the game. She automatically starts with this tower key in her inventory. We finally have the souls to buy it, so we are going to go ahead and finally buy that tower key. And we're going to go ahead and we're not going to buy any of the armor or any of that yet. Really, we're not going to buy any of this from her. All we wanted was that tower key.
Ashen one.
I bought a bunch of Titanite as well. Where is it? key to the decrepit tower behind Firelink Shrine, which leads to the Bell Tower. The Bell Tower is the grave of Firekeeper's past. When a Firekeeper has served her purpose, she is led to true darkness, where she enjoys a long-deserved sleep. So...
That is good, wasn't he?
Also... we don't have an Estus Shard. One thing I also wanted to do was check and see if there was any other weapons we wanted to use. I don't think there is right now, but I know that we do want to go ahead and the short bow here, we do want to upgrade it a bit at least, and we actually probably with our claymore go ahead and get that bad boy to +6, so it's going to be doing a lot more damage now. Grey Rat.
Oh, hand in one.
Do you have anything worth buying? The mace is actually an excellent weapon. I don't think we're going to buy it right now, but we may. We're going to go ahead and buy a Zweihander and a Bastard Sword, though. And a couple throwing knives just for the future. Some fire bombs. I just like to buy a bunch of this stuff on the front end.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. And now you'll notice something strange. Yo. Yo, my dude. He's dead. Oh no! Yol is dead. And we can just lay inside him. Look at that. It's beautiful, isn't it? So, basically, because we never drew out our true strength with Yol, if you don't draw out your true strength and you kill the Abyss Watchers, Yol will die, and that's the end of his quest line. We will discuss it further in New Game Plus. How to... The reason I chose not to do him and Uria's quest lines this playthrough is because I wanted to go ahead and just get the normal ending to the game. But we will come back and do that. So basically, if you want to start his quest line, you just need to draw out your strength 5 times. But we did not do that at all. So, and I purposefully meant, not to do that. But we do have a pyromancy tome for our friend Cornix here. So,
Well, well. I've never seen anything like this. This inscription. This tome is from the catacombs. Fascinating. On this day, the teacher learns alongside the pupil.
So, he's going to gain these 2 new pyromancies. Karthus Beacon, the most obscure pyromancy developed in Karthus of the Sands. Damage increase with consecutive attacks. It's actually a really good personal buff you can use. Karthus Flamemark. Pyromancy of Karthus of the Sands reinforces right weapon with flame. Warriors of Karthus favored supplemental pyromancies such as these, which was used to enhance the curved blades of its swordsmen. Effectively, that just buffs your right-hand weapon with flame, so not that great. Now, Orbeck here, we actually have quite a lot to do with him. We're going to buy all of his spells, so we're just going to buy. Well, I take that back. We're actually going to buy all of them but 1. So first of all, we're going to buy 10 and then talk to him.
Oh, I have something for you. You're a fine sorcerer now. No mistake. You should have something to prove it. Go on. If I'm giving something away, you'd better well take it.
So, Young Dragon Ring. Very, very integral ring if you plan on being a sorcerer. Oh. Ring given in Vinheim, home of sorcery, when newly ordained as a sorcerer. A propos to the dragon school, the seal depicts an everlasting dragon. A young dragon presages the great length of the journey to mastery. So if you start as a sorcerer at the beginning of the game, you'll automatically get start with one of these. Also, I forgot to mention, if you start as a pyromancer, you automatically get a great swamp ring. So I think the trigger for him to give you that is it's either 5 or 10 spells. I'm not sure. I usually just buy 10. But we're gonna go ahead and buy all the rest from them, except for that last one down there.
How do you like gimmicks, friend? This is a sign, a cipher employed by sorcerers who use quietude to their advantage. With this, you can be sure to tell friend from foe from your very first encounter. It's a very old practice at this point, but one that you deserve to know. Promise to stay safe.
Orbeck's actually kind of nice now. He's like a friend. So if you buy the rest of his spells, except for that last one there, I think the trigger for this is actually to buy 15 of his spells.
Promise to stay.
But you will get the Silent Ally Gesture and the Slumbering Dragon Crest ring. Ring of a clandestine guild of sorcerers based in Vinheim, home of sorcery. Masks the sound of its wearer. The Dragon School held effective sovereignty over Vinheim, with a great many adept assassins at its disposal. So that kind of gives us a little background on Orbeck, just to kind of know that he's not just a sorcerer. He's actually maybe part of the secret assassin society within the School of Sorcery in Vinheim. So pretty interesting. And then Arena. Now, one thing to note with Orbeck, you do not want to buy all of his spells until later towards the end of the game. So make sure you keep one there.
Oh, champion, you wish to...
Again, with Arena, I think I already mentioned this, you do not want to buy a Dark Miracle from her. In fact, we're only going to buy, and I believe this is a Dark Miracle, possibly. We're only going to buy Heal, Medium Heal, Replenishment, Caressing Tears, Homeward, and then Force. These three, and that one might, Tears of Denial might actually be okay, but we're just going to leave those three alone. If you buy one of the Dark Miracles from Arena, she will actually, or not her, but Egon in here will not be very happy with you at all. Is Egon still here? No, he ran away. He comes and goes. He won't be very happy with you though if you buy that. So I'm not sure where he went. He is usually here for an extended period of time. There's Leonhard Ringfinger still chilling.
Come on.
Still wants us to join Rosarius Fingers, of course. So now with that tower key that we bought from the Shroud Handmaiden, there is one more thing we want to do over here. And that is open the tower. Who would have thought, right? So the tower, there's two basically paths here. You can either drop straight down and go ahead and get on the roof, but we're not going to do that just yet. Well, you know what? I guess we can. So the easy way to do this is just so you don't die is to just drop on the ledge right there and then come down. And now you can actually kick this ladder down here for a shortcut. So you remember when we, at the beginning of the game, when we ran up the tree right there, we went inside, got the Estus shard, got the coveted silver serpent ring, and we also met Pickle Pea and Pumperum. Well, they also have a nest up here on top of the roof. Again, we're not going to trade anything with them right now. I'm going to wait towards the end of the game. This is just to show you that this is another way to access them if you don't want to glitch glitch up the tree there. So we're just kind of looking around, spectating. There's nothing really up here besides Pickle Pea and Pumperum. That's where the crystal lizard was. Yeah, so I mean, you're not missing anything over here. The main reason to come over here, honestly, is to just kick that ladder down for easy access to the to Pickle Pea and Pumperum for trades. Now we do want to go ahead and have full health for this next part. But what you want to do is just run up here. And we want to come up this elevator right here. And you'll notice we are at the top of Firelink Shrine. There is Lothric in all of its glory over there. You can actually walk around Firelink Shrine right here. There is nothing on the other side, so I'm not gonna bother doing it. But if you come all the way to the top up here, you'll get a very interesting item. You'll also want to note on this corpse, it's blindfolded and it's a female. Maybe it was a firekeeper, huh? Soul of a firekeeper who is said to have returned from the abyss. This firekeeper preserves the bonfire and serves as champion. She is said to have soothed and accepted the dark sigil, which has tainted her soul, and yet her soul will one day embed itself in the bosom of another firekeeper. So we're going to hold on to that for right now. You can go ahead and give that to the firekeeper, but for us, there's no real point to do that yet. So, we've done that. And look who's here!
Be more careful. By the gods, curiosity is going to kill you kittens. Some places are better left alone, you know. Oh, sorry. Am I... Have no fear. There's beauty in death. Besides, you're surrounded by ladies. Every man's dream, right?
Yeah, corpses of ladies. God, Patches.
Oh, no matter. I'll look after things. By stripping every last trinket off your corpse, you're gonna make some lucky customer very happy. Oh.
Yeah, so freaking Patches. So go figure. He has locked us in the tower here. Now you do want to... You can actually encounter this a lot earlier, this cutscene. Or not cutscene, but this dialogue and this action from Patches. If you do come up here earlier, you don't necessarily have to meet him in the Cathedral of the Deep. But this is just the order I like to do things. It just makes it easier in my opinion. But again, you do not have to do this in this order. And so first off, you'll notice there's an item down there on the floor, and then there's an item right there, which looks to be on like a ledge of some sort. So what you want to do, and I may not even do this right on my first try, but you don't want to, I don't believe you want to sprint, I think you just want to come over here and roll off, and you should land right on it. Go ahead and chug your Estus. Another dead firekeeper, and just come right on down here. And you'll notice this is literally just a grave of hundreds of firekeepers. So this is just where they trash all their firekeepers, apparently. It's really a graphic little area. The Estus ring. I mean, look at this, just corpse after corpse of firekeeper. So the firekeeper robe worn by the guardian of the shrine. The firekeepers were robbed of light to better serve as vessels for souls. Only those who cherished the writhing, searing darkness were given the keeper's black attire. And then the Estus ring, a green ring crafted from shards. This ring was entrusted to a certain firekeeper, but in the end she never met her champion, and the ensuing tragic farce became a favorite tale of the masses. So what the Estus ring does is, say your Estus flask, I'm just saying numbers here, but say your Estus flask restores 200 HP per Estus. This will bump it up to like 220 or 230 or something like that. It'll give you a little bit more HP recovered from a swig of your Estus. So now we just want to come through here and, well, you know where we are now. Right back at Firelink Shrine. I wonder where Patches is. We have a bone to pick with him, do we not? Where do you think he is? Oh, don't go that way. Oh, Patches, where are you? We need to talk. Well, he was just right up there. Oh, hey there, friend.
Ah, oh, you're alive.
Huh?
Now, hold your horses. Let's have a nice talk about this. I'll come clean. I did you wrong. I didn't mean it, though. Not one bit. You get these urges running the business and all, and I hate myself for it. I do. You know what I mean. Terrible, really. But I can see you'll forgive me. You're alive, after all. And that's what counts, right?
Wrong. We do not forgive you.
Oh, for heaven's sake. No need to jest with a face like that. You're still alive, and I'm here groveling in the dirt, so to speak. Oh, I know. Here, a token of my sincerity. Right and proper, huh?
Gee, thanks.
We're just a couple of outcasts. Let's make the best of it. Ah, I see you've met Greyrat. The slinking rodent. But he did me a good turn back in Lothric Dungeon. Doubtless I should do something about that little dead. Well, maybe not. Well, I can hardly believe he's still standing. Ah, doubtless, well.
So, Patches is an a-hole.
Can't find anything? Oh, you could.
Oh, God, we know Patches. So, Patches, again, you can encounter him here earlier and actually buy Sigurd's armor from him here. Alternatively, you can kill him and get Sigurd's armor.
Can't find
but
anything.
Basically, he is going to trap you regardless, either in the cathedral or here. As long as you eventually get him to Firelink Shrine, you'll be good to go. And as you notice, he does know Greyrat as well, so
Oh, aren't you?
we're just gonna purchase a couple things from him. We're gonna purchase black leather armor, black leather gloves, black leather boot. Go ahead and purchase the horse hoof ring. Old ring with a seal depicting a horse's hoof. Boosts kick effect. Yeah, okay. Great ring, alright. Unbreakable Patches adored this ring and the feeling that it gave him when he kicked his marks into the depths of treacherous traps, but suffered no shortage of ridicule from his associates for relying so heavily on the tired old trick. But who is the sorrier? The horse who knows only to kick, or the fool who approaches the old beast without thought? I love it. We're also going to buy a bunch of these. That's just going to be for farming later. Go ahead and buy Sigurd's shield too, you never know. Gonna get some of these. And again, you don't have to buy all this. I'm just buying this for the future. Go ahead and buy both his shottles. Broadly curved sword known as the favored weapon of the tragic embraced knight.
Thanks, good.
So Patches will be up here for a while. He's not going anywhere. So, only one thing really here left to do, and that is to level up. So, we're not going to give her the Firekeeper Soul, like I said, not right now at least. One little tip for new players is go ahead and get your Vigor to 27. Getting your Vigor to 27, it gets your HP to 1,000. So it's good to go ahead and do. I like to put endurance up to 20 or so just for the early game, just to have a good enough stamina. And then we're also going to take as much as we can here. Not quite enough. Well, we got our strength and our dex both up a fair amount there. Now, I did overkill getting a lot of souls, but you know what? It's worth it because now you won't have to watch me die over and over again. I really just did that for the Vigor, honestly. And then we also want to check and just see if our Claymore might do more damage. So right now it's doing 22 plus 135, right? So that's what, 355. If we infuse it with a heavy gem, it will do 67. So already a heavy gem is going to make it better. Sharp with the dex gem, or scaling off dex, it's actually going to get quite a bit worse. Probably what we want to do, so we got 367, 355, and then refine. It's going to be 368. So refined is actually the way we want to go. So we're actually going to go ahead and make this thing refined, and hopefully we can do a fair amount of damage now. Oh, and there's also one more thing I wanted to do that I almost forgot about. I didn't plan on showing all the items you can make from boss souls until like later in the game, but there's one specifically that we want to go ahead and get, and that is Havel's Ring. A ring for warriors keen on heavy accoutrements, increases max equip load. Very important. This ring was named after Havel the Rock, the battlefield compatriot of Gwyn, the First Lord. The art of war has been a constant since ages past, and those who would follow in Havel's footsteps are no fewer now than in his own day. Very, 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 very good ring. Havel is a character from Dark Souls 1. Effectively in the lore, he was the First Lord Gwyn's like right-hand man. He was one of his generals in the war, or in the war against the dragons, I guess you could say. And yeah, he was a beast. We will learn more about Havel later in the game, but as you can see, this lets us wear a lot heavier armor. We can actually put on the Black Knight armor. Oh yeah, looking dope, looking pretty dope. So we do have some time left, so I think I am gonna actually go back to the Catacombs of Carthus. And if, like I said, this episode's mainly been housekeeping. If you remember in the last episode, we did find Horus. So we want to go tell Henri. And remember, we saw Henri. She had moved. We found where she had moved to. So we want to go over there to Henri. And let her know that Horus is, well, oh, can't believe that hit me. We want to let her know that Horus has been hollowed and killed by us. So if you remember right, the quick way to get to him, to get to Horus, just come on through here. Deal with these idiots. Don't step on the bridge yet. And Henri is, oh, right there, chilling over here. So this does advance Henri's quest line, so you do want to make sure you go and talk to her.
Oh, Horus, where have you run off to? Have you abandoned me? No. What a horrible thought.
And we are going to tell her.
Goodness me. To think there'd be a lake so deep within these catacombs. What relief. I knew that Horus was alive and wouldn't stray far. Thank you. We are both in your debt. This hardly expresses my gratitude, but it'll have to do for now. Please take it, and may the flames guide your way.
Ring of the Evil Eye. Henri, what are you doing with that thing?
I will soon head to the lake. Thank you, May.
So,
I will thank you.
she's kind of sad, you can see, but it happens. So, Ring of the Evil Eye. This ring captured the foul spirit of an evil eye, a creature that ravaged Astora, which of course is where Henri is from. The Horde spirit nearly destroyed Astora, but was eventually defeated by the sword of one most noble. So, probably Henri? What the Ring of the Evil Eye does is recovers HP whenever you defeat enemies. So, it's not a whole lot though, so don't get too excited or attached to it. But for now, we do want to run across the bridge and go ahead and chop it up. And now we can actually proceed to the next area. And like I said, this area specifically is where the boss is. So there's nothing going on in here. There's a door up here that we cannot open. But we can touch the goblet. Alright, so there's one cool thing here that I want to show you. It's going to make us a little heavy. We don't need the life ring for right now. Oh, okay, well, we will keep the life ring then. And we will put... There we go. So you'll notice this place is very, very dark. And there's an item right here. Don't think you can see anything in there. But you definitely want to pick up this item, because if you don't, you may not be able to get it later. You'll notice this guy. Oh, lovely. Hello! So this is High Lord Wolnir. Basically, High Lord Wolnir, he's got a gimmick. He is a gimmick boss. Also, you do not want to get trapped in that fog. High Lord Wolnir, simply, the way to kill him is to just chop these lovely, lovely bracelets off. He does have a couple of different attacks. There goes one of them. And if you don't get to see all the attacks, I will explain them in detail. As you can see, he's not a particularly tough boss. He does summon these skeletons. And he's dead. So, High Lord Wolnir, what he does is he has 3 or 4 main attacks. One of them is that he summons the skeletons. Another one, he will pull a sword out of the ground and strike, try to hit you with it. The main thing you want to watch out for is that fog that he spewed at us earlier. That fog, as you might have noticed, does incredible damage. If you get caught in it, it will destroy your HP so freaking quick. So, as you can see, he's probably top 3 easiest bosses in the game. I find him much easier than, say, Udix Gundyr is the first boss, just because you're new, you haven't played, or even Curse Rod and Greatwood. Vort, probably easier than Vort. I don't know. He's just a gimmick. You just got to hit his bracelets about 6 times each, and that's the end of it. So one of the things we got in there is the item that we got in there was the Grave Warden Pyromancy. A pyromancy tome of the Grave Wardens from the Karthus Catacombs. Give to the Pyromancer Master to learn black flame sorceries. High Lord Wolnir of Karthus succumbed to the Abyss, but the Pyromancer later became a Grave Warden and discovered the black flame. Interesting. And then, what am I doing? High Lord Wolnir Soul. Lord Wolnir of Karthus sentenced countless souls to gruesome deaths, keen to outlive them all. Alright. Not much there. So go ahead and rest at his bonfire. We can take our torch off now if we want. And just proceed up the area here. We don't have a whole lot of time left in this episode, but I am going to try to show y'all something cool. So first thing you notice as you're coming out here is this is just, especially on PC, man, this is just freaking immaculate. I mean, just a gorgeous, gorgeous place. So, for right now though, welcome to Irithyll, the Boreal Valley. This is regarded by most people as the real Dark Souls 3, or the real Dark Souls, or basically where Dark Souls becomes like truly difficult, or where Dark Souls 3 becomes truly difficult. I would tend to not necessarily agree with that. This is not that difficult of an area, simply because there's not a abundance of enemies. The enemies in this area are pretty difficult. The game does scale very well, like in enemy strength wise. Right here, this is where the game tends to scale up a lot, but in my opinion, really the area after this is, to me, where the game truly comes into its own as a Dark Souls game. This area right here, there is some difficult parts, but it's not overly tough. So anyway, go ahead and walk through here. Bring a doll to be granted passage. Good thing we have a doll. Also, go ahead and apply some resin if you would, because as you walk forward, you will be greeted by a Sullivan Beast. So the main thing with these Sullivan Beasts is they hit like a tank. You really want to try to stay behind them if you can, and try to stay under them, really. There we go. And try to hit them with two-handed attacks, because they can also be staggered. You'll notice we got the Pontiff's Right Eye, which boosts attacks as long as attacking persists. Bewitched Ring that Pontiff Sullivan bestowed upon his knights. Boost attacks as long as attacking persists. Knights who peer into the black orb, as you can see, it's literally an eye, transformed into frenzied beasts. No wonder the Pontiff only provides these rings to those dispatched to foreign lands. So that thing is a thug, for better words. It will do a lot of damage to you. You do want to go ahead, like I said, two-hand your weapon, maybe buff it like I did, and it shouldn't be too hard to take down. But you see this like aura right here? You see how we can walk through it? If you don't have a doll and you come here without defeating the Cathedral of the Deep, you won't, or if you come here without a doll because you didn't defeat the Cathedral of the Deep yet, you actually will not be able to pass through this barrier, so keep that in mind. Alternatively, Central Irithyll. Alternatively, with that that Sullivan's Beast, another way to handle it is to literally just run through here. It cannot go through that barrier either, because guess what? It doesn't have a doll. So and you can kind of cheese it in that regard. Occasionally too, and this is, I'd have to research it, but I don't really know what triggers it or what happens or why it does this, but occasionally it will actually jump or fall off the this bridge, and you will have to fight it at a later date, which, as you can see, there's an item, well, you can see there's an item down there, items everywhere down there. We will get down there, and you will have to fight it down there if it does do that. So what we want to do, I don't know why I'm running back, after you defeat the Sullivan's Beast and go ahead and rest at that bonfire, I do want to just show you this before I end the episode, just because I think it's really an integral part of the one of the quest lines. Go ahead and go ahead and literally warp back to that first Irithyll bonfire. And so what you want to do here, make sure you're embered. That's crucial. And just come on over here, and you'll notice something strange in the middle of this bridge, huh? Right next to the bring a doll to be granted passage. Answer Cirrus of the Sunless Realms, call for cooperation, and be summoned as a phantom. Well, heck yeah. So we are, it's kind of strange. We summoned Cirrus, but we're actually being summoned to her world. So it's a little odd, but... And there she is. As she buffs her weapon with Dark Moonblade. This is Creighton the Wanderer. Oh, what? Creighton has a lot of health. He has a large health pool. He doesn't hit particularly hard, and Sirius can also heal you, actually. So as you can see, he has a lot of health. And he's dead. Anyway, once you kill him, Sirius will thank you.
Kind assistance. Blessing of the moon upon your journey.
Thanks. Our Dark Moonblade is way cooler than my resin that I have here. But yeah, you want to just go ahead and knock that out right off the rip. Just so you don't have to worry about doing it again later. And then she should, if I'm not mistaken, be at Firelink Shrine now. We'll check just to make sure, but after you help her, she should go to Firelink Shrine. I don't think you need to defeat a boss for her to be there, but let's check just to be sure, just to be safe. Yep, there she is.
I have not thanked you for your generous rescue. That dark spirit was one of Rosaria's fingers. Vile bastard offspring who lurk in the darkness. My sworn enemies. Fearsome invaders, to say the least. I would not have made it alone. You have my deepest gratitude.
Hey, thanks.
If you require help on your travels, I offer you my sign. Blessing of the moon upon your journey. If you require...
So, you notice how she said Rosaria's fingers are her sworn enemies. That's why I've been telling you, been preaching, do not join Rosaria's fingers covenant. If you do, she will never talk to you again. So, she gives us arguably one of the most valuable rings in the game, in the Silver Cat ring. Depict a leaping feline in the age of gods, or possibly just following it. An old cat was said to speak a human tongue, with the voice of an old woman and the form of a fanciful immortal. Another callback from Dark Souls 1. If you've ever played it, you know exactly who that is referring to. But regardless, this ring, it was also in Dark Souls 2. Basically, it prevents fall damage. So you can still die from falling if the fall were to have killed you normally, but you won't actually take any fall damage ever. You'll just either live long fall, like you'll either live or you'll die. There's no in between. So, and then she gave us a blessed mail breaker, which is literally just a mail breaker that's been infused with the blessed gem. So that is gonna do it for this episode, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like, comment, and hit that subscribe button for me. We will see you next time. Bye.